Hey everyone. Well, looks like we're doing another video today. Um, I actually went to the dark side for Dark Visions. This is not a copy of Wanderer's Threat. I haven't actually watched Wanderer's Dark Team, I'll be honest, and I actually should watch it because I have no clue how he did this with Yigni. But that's all I know about his strat. He uses Yigni. I don't. Truth be told here, this isn't my strat. I am currently working on a new strat that is going to be gangbusters if it works out. But it will require using crowns. 7 out of 7 crowns, that is, on Rain. So I think you guys know where this is going. I haven't worked out the kinks yet. It's tough to pull off with Rain on the team because Rain is a bad unit. But I'm working on it, and if it works out, that's going to be great. But this is not the topic at hand. Today we are checking out the team that got me to rank 13 as of right now. My highest score as of this moment is 9.5 billion. And this was with an unoptimized team, and I've optimized it even more so. Alright, so the first idea for this team was from Leo on the Discord server. He came up with the dark team. Very much props to him and credit to him for coming up with this strat. That's actually a very, very cool one. And Resnat gave me his action orders. I came to the conclusion that using Kryla over Yigni is a damage increase. I didn't have the time to figure out the action orders, so that's where Resnat came in. He gave me his action orders. I copied it pretty much, so I can't take any credit for this. The only thing I can take credit is coming up with the idea of using Kryla over Yigni. That's the only thing I actually did. The rest of it, the base strat from Leo, the action order from Resnat, and then Resnat and I yesterday evening, or yesterday night I should say, optimized a bit on my gearings, and so this team is pretty strong. And one thing to note here is, as you can see from the item list, it's something that might be missed without telling you guys, is duelist tag Trials of Mana. This means that you have to have played during the Trials of Mana collaboration event, and that you also did the Vision World event. You should have plenty of those lying around. I think I have over 20,000 of those, so technically speaking, I have an infinite amount of attempts on this. But yeah, you need duelist tag because it imbues the whole team with a dark. Alright, so the team. Kryla is here for LB filling and doing 45% light amp and dark amp. This is the gear, so lots of LB fill, as you can see. And obviously, if I'm ranked 13, this team is going to be super expensive. So rest assured, the less premium units you have, the less damage you will deal on this. This is her Brave Shifted gear, pretty much identical. It's probably possible to squeeze out just a tidbit more damage with Kryla, but I didn't bother. Increasing her damage from 2 million to 10 million, negligible. The main bulk comes from Yuna, Titus, Lara, and Sephiroth regardless. And I'm missing a slot. Why is this missing? Something's amiss here, and I did not account for that. I think something did not copy over, and that's bad. So let's go for this. And yeah. Next up is Louise. Louise, passive provoke evasion unit number 1 in base form. So this is her gear. And in Brave Shift, geared towards a DPS. Now, I didn't run the splash rifle through Item World yet. I probably should do that sometime very soon, as long as it's up. So these are the equipment pieces. Now if I run this weapon through Item World, I can replace probably Keepsake Locket. And these are the abilities. Own Vision card, and she's sitting at 300 Reaper, 300 Fairy. So pretty decent. She'll be doing roughly around 100 million damage. Next up is Yuna, using her Own Vision card, base form. just some regular stuff, nothing too fancy here. Some LB fill, Behemoth Synergy for Esper fill. That's about it. The Brave Shift, fully geared, 8000 spirit. Don't use a shield, it halves her weapon in peril. And yeah, pretty strong stuff, as you can see. Lots of STMRs, Shy Mermaid, double Yuna STMR. Like I said, this isn't for the faint of heart. And it's pretty darn strong gearing. And you'll see more Yuna's necklaces in the next seconds. Well, as a matter of fact, it's the very next unit, star player Titus, using modified shotgun. So he got equip gun on him. And he swings variants from 1.9 million to up to 3.5 billion. 1.9 billion to up to 3.5 billion. So his swings are crazy. He has potential to be top spot DPS, but he also has the potential to be small PP DPS, so it's hit or miss, basically. These are his abilities, using Tybus's STMR, obviously. I'm using the free Tybus STMR. And yeah, he's at 250 Fairy, 200 Reaper. If only I had the not Trials of Mana, Flammy STMR. Flammy STMR would go instead of Purge of Pestilence. So I'd be capping Fairy Killer as well. I don't have it. Too bad. And he's using Oren's Vision card. Alright, next up is Lara. Base form LB filling. Tybus's STMR. Using her own card. And a Brave Shift. Standard gearing. Nothing too surprising here. Lots of stuff, and she's at 275 Fairy, 300 Reaper, 300 LB. Again, if I had another copy of Flammy's STMR that would replace Battle Intelligence, I'd be easily capping stuff. I could then throw away Conquering Fear of Spirits and put in GF extension, for example. It would deal a lot more damage. And her vision card. Alright, and lastly, Sephiroth on his own vision card, dual wielding with Yeti combat style, so he is passive provoke evasion unit number 2, slotted lower than Louise for obvious reasons, so Louise can take the hits first and foremost. And the Brave Shift, another Yuna STMR, like I mentioned, this isn't a cheap build at all. And yeah, he is at 300, 300, 300. So Sephiroth, just like Titus, swings either super high or just average stuff. It's kind of whatever. But that's the team. These are the Espers. Make sure to, if you want to copy this strat, to copy them precisely like this. And now, let's go. I probably should also open the action order here. I haven't memorized, but just making sure that everything works according to plan. So turn 1 will get rid of the worst part of Dark Visions and Clash of Wills alike. It's doing the chaining, the 100 chain score. So Kryla and Louise will quad Chaos Wave Awaken. Titus and Sephiroth will triple/quad Bolting Strike. Lara, first and foremost, is going to limit. Alright, and now let's chain these up. Wait a second for this to build. Chain up the Bolting Strikers. And it should be, yep, more than enough. Yuna summons Anima. There we go. Alright, let's shift back Lara to the base for a second. We'll do Blitzmania for 100% water resistance, double quick hit. Yuna's going to limit in base form for the Reaper Killer, and Seth is going to limit in his Brave Shift. So let's do this. Let's hope for a little bit of LB Crystal luck on Lara. It is not mandatory though, it just makes things easier. We weren't lucky. So let's just shift her back then. And instead, what we'll do is triple on Kryla. Kryla EX plus 3 is absolutely needed for the strat because we need Calamity Concoction. So Soul Search 2, Spellbreaker in this very order, and Calamity Concoction. That way we can fill the LB gauge of Lara and herself easily. So Pistol Barrage. G's Louise is going to double Ionic Fire Blaster, Diverse Arsenal, and Incapacitate target. Alright, so I almost got the LB gauge full again of Lara. Like I said, it's not an issue at all. We'll easily fill this up again. So, what we're gonna do... Seth goes back to the base form for Fallen Angel. Yuna Brave Shifts and uses Staff Imperil, Belief and Hymn of the Faith. So let's do these two. Titus is going to triple Quick Hit on this turn. Louise does Duelist Tag. Kryla Brave Shift. And here's the fun part about Kryla and why she's on so much LB fillers, because of Twilight Pact. It consumes her own LB gauge, increases attack, all stats by 350, and does 45 light dark amps, as well as for a single ally 30 LB fill. It's a crazy stacked ability, but it also damages the units, so keep that in mind. So Twilight Pact on Lara, Twilight Pact on Titus, and Spellbook defense boost. Keep in mind, don't use it on your physical attackers or attackers that use attack and magic, because it lowers their parameters. But it does 100% all ally resistance buffs, so that's nice. That's also the reason why we don't need that much light resistance on anyone else at all. We don't need light resistance at all on the team, as well as no water resistance, as long as it's above or at 0%. So let's do defense boost on Yuna. So we got that covered. We can volatile. We can imbue the team and do some damage. We still want to push the boss below 50% on the next turn, but that's not going to be an issue. Alright, turn 4. The right hand side is now going to use Titus' Spirit. There we go. And Lara's LB is almost full again, which is nice, and it will comfortably fill by the end of the turn. We're gonna do Twilight Pact on Sephiroth and Yuna, and we'll do Spellbook Offense Boost on G's Louise. Louise Brave Shifts on this turn. We still need to do our Gun Imperium, so that's happening now. And to push the boss below 50%, we're gonna do Shielding, Ionic, Disarming, and Ionic Fire Blaster. And Yuna is going to triple Bolting Strike, Energy Ray. And this almost kills the boss every time, but rest assured the boss will always survive. There we go, 26%. Still wiggle room left. Lara's LB is full, so all is good. Alright, SLB on Titus, Brave Shifting, Lara and Sephiroth for their limit bursts as well. There we go. Kryla is going to quad Dark Gun. Louise is going to triple Disarming and Neutralizing. Now it is possible to go triple Dark Gun and Dark Ra and triple or double Disarming, Neutralizing and Nano Machine on Louise. It deals more damage, but fitting in all the LBs is really iffy on that. I don't like it, so I'll take the hit on maybe doing 10 million less damage on Louise and Kryla combined. It's whatever for me. Alright, let's start up the chain. We'll immediately send in Yuna, Seth and Titus because they take a bit to wind up. One thing to note is that you have to send in Lara rather late. The reason is Dark Ga is an AoE spell and it tends to break when you kill the boss, so we don't want to have it break. If everything goes according to plan, this is a 67 chain. So let's send in the DPS, send in these three. Let's wait, send in Lara now. Oh, I saw 3 billion. This might be good. So let's see. Sephiroth dealt 3 billion, I believe, so... 9.2 billion. Too bad. It's 300 million below what I had, so... Let's check out the damage result and who didn't do much. So yeah, I saw 900 million on Yuna on this turn, so she can do 1.2 billion. Lara rolled rather well. She goes up to 2.7 billion, so that's rather high. Titus, he didn't do much. He can go up to 3.3 billion. So we're missing 700 million here. We're missing 400 million on Sephiroth from at least my highest so far. So 1.1 billion. So if both rolled decently, we would have been at 10.3 billion already. But like I said, this is variance rolling. It's the usual theme with Dark Vision. So it's rather a good showcase of the team. You can do lots of damage if you have the gear for it. And as you can see, I did not improve my score, meaning I didn't lie when I said I did 9.5. And again, I'll post my highest score in a pinned comment. I'll also post the action orders once I have them. Or I may just use Resnut's screenshot that he sent me. It's fine too. We'll see. Anyways, I hope this was helpful to you guys. Thank you very much again for Leo and Resnut for all the help with this. And well, throughout the weekend, I will figure out the new and improved fire team, and hopefully it works, because if it works, that's gonna be fun, because everyone's gonna have to use 7 crowns, and dragging everyone along with it into this deep, endless void of wasting crowns sounds real fun. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye bye.